Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to do a showcase on the new LR Super Saiyan 4s. So we're going to hop in, and I'm just going to go in really quick. I know the background music and stuff is on right now. I just want to get this intro animation in, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the sound off here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get the intro animation in right away so you guys can all see that. I haven't even looked up what my rotations. Alright, here you go.
Sorry for the wait, Kakarot. Ready when you are, Vegeta.
Alright, super hype right there. Alright, let me go ahead. I'll turn the in-game sound off here really quick. Alright, options. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Alright, and then I'll try to turn it back on when we do the active skill. So, let me hop in and just show you what we're talking about here. So let's go ahead. So this showcase is going to be on the new LR Super Saiyan 4s, its physical unit. They are absolutely busted. So we're going to hop in and we're just going to go over the kit really quick, and then we'll jump into the showcase. I'll show you the team build. So their leader skill, very, very good. Fused Fighters, which is literally the leader skill we've wanted forever, which are actually Patara and Fusion combined, plus a few other add-ins, characters that combine with other characters like Super 17, things like that. And then also GT Heroes, which is actually now a very loaded. It was already pretty good, but now it's super loaded with what's coming with the anniversary. We don't have all of it yet, but it's loaded. Key 3 and 170 to all stats, and then an additional 30% to stats for Kamehameha, which is a huge roster of characters on these teams. I am going to do a team building guide as well. Actually, the team building guide might come out actually before this, so that might already be out. It's actually kind of tough because there's so many options. So the teams are just so busted for this. Super attack effect stacks attack and defense permanently, causes colossal damage on the 18 key, stacks attack and defense and does mega colossal. The passive here, which is pretty loaded. We got the entrance animation. They guard all attacks for one turn, which is so significant for difficult content because where most units struggle, even really good defensive ones, they struggle slot 1, turn 1. So the fact that they at least have guard in difficult content, that means you can put them in front of any type of attack, doesn't matter. They're going to have guard, which is really, really good there, right? And that gives them a chance to stack up a little bit. When they lose their guard, then they'll have a little bit more defense. So it's a really nice design there. I really like that. An additional 1 key per type key sphere obtained, and then attack and defense 77 for 7 turns from the start of turn. Attack and defense 120 plus an additional key plus 1 per type key sphere. Or sorry, and then they just have attack and defense 120. That's a separate statement. And then they get another 1 key per type key sphere obtained. Chance of performing a crit plus 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Launches an additional super attack when key is 20 or more. Attacks effective against all types when key is 24. So the way these guys are designed, they have like the int Gohan mechanic where they're getting extra key per orb no matter what orb they're grabbing. They're getting built-in crit with rainbow orbs. Their attacks are super effective against all type, and they're going to get guaranteed supers most of the time because it's pretty easy to get them up to SA20. So guaranteed supers is one of the most busted mechanics, and then you're going to build in crit chance and stacking with it. Like, dude, it's crazy, okay? Now, these guys actually can transform and fuse, and it's literally one of the best activation conditions you can have. It's just 4 turns, nothing else. And you can choose if you want to do it or not. So the nice thing with this unit, because they're getting extra stats for 7 turns, you can kind of let them stack for that full 7 turns, and then when that passive runs out, you can decide if you want to keep letting them build, or then you could fuse at that time. So I like units like this because you can kind of decide if you want to fuse or not, or if you want to stack more. So now we go into the fusion. Now the fusion, on his 18 key, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, so he stops stacking, but he's really busted. And he does colossal damage. The 18 key is really interesting. So on the 18 key, he massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, which is a really big buff. Does mega colossal, and then disables the enemy action. So what it will do is the first enemy action in front of the attack will actually get deleted. Basically like Ghost Ushered, but just that single attack, not the whole enemy turn. So that can be very helpful, especially in like Red Zone. For someone like, say, Omega Shenron, who you know when his super attack is coming, you potentially could put him in front and just knock that super attack right off the face of the earth, which I think is what he's meant to do. Very, very good there. And then his passive, attack and defense 177, an additional 2 key per type key sphere obtained, so really easy to get the key there. Chance of performing a crit plus 7, and reduces damage by 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Now, when we look at, I'll do a showcase on obviously the LR gods as well, But when people compare them, obviously they're both like very close. Their kits are very similar. But a lot will say that this Gogeta is better, and it's because he's got the damage reduction, whereas I think the other unit gets dodge. This one has damage reduction, which is more useful because there are many events that block out dodging, right? But they're both insane. But yeah, 7% damage reduction per Rainbow Key Sphere. Realistically, I think 3 is kind of like 2 to 3 is like a realistic number. So you're looking at 14 to 21% damage reduction on top of him actually having like pretty darn good defense is really, really like insane. And then he gets attack effective against all types just all the time. Medium chance of performing a crit. That to me is redundant. Like I really don't like that. I mean, it's something, but I would rather have him have just like, I don't know, something different, like maybe built-in dodge there instead. But like having crit on top of effective against all types is redundant because you're already effective. Crit does still do more damage, so it's fine. It's something, right? It just tells you that this unit, you just want to go all in on additionals because he's stacking, he's got built-in crit, he's super effective against all types. There's really no reason not to just go all in additionals. I would actually suggest too, you could go in and do additionals and dodge if you wanted to. You wouldn't have to do any crit on this guy. He has a high chance of launching an additional super, high chance of evading the enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. So having that super attack counter is also a very powerful mechanic that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta units have. Mine is at 69%. You can see I did put a lot of additional into him already. He also has an active skill, which is the Ultra Kamehameha. All you have to have is 50% or less HP when facing one enemy who also is at 50% HP or less. And it does a big, huge ultimate damage attack, and all attacks become critical for the turn. Alright, and he is very lowly link leveled. So this is kind of a pretty fresh Gogeta. Alright, so let's go ahead, check him out. So this is the team I'm running. I'm running his own team, and what I like about this particular unit is he has an easy transformation condition. It doesn't take too long to get. And since you can choose it, you can link him with himself. So I'm actually going to link mine with the friend unit. So then we'll see a friend unit going off and stacking. We'll see my unit as Gogeta. I just brought a lot of supports like the GT duo here. Weirus is fantastic for this team. There's a couple of units that got super rejuvenated like immediately. Weirus is one, because Weirus was good with his EZA, but people weren't really running fusion builds. Now they're going to because of this leader. And Weirus is awesome because he's double orb changing, which is going to help you just go crazy. And he actually supports as long as Weirus himself grabs 3 orbs. And then I think this guy just got a huge buff because this Gogeta is on time limit. So this guy's actually supporting Gogeta because this unit was never bad. It's just people weren't running fusion teams. Now we can run this Gotenks and it's going to be looking pretty good. I actually just rainbowed him, so I'm pretty hype about that. And then we're just going to do like one of the better rotations in the game, which is this guy linked up with this guy. That's going to be a pretty darn good rotation. All right, so let's hop in. So my unit is on the rotation too, so I'm going to float off the friend one so I can get them together. And they won't link at first, but once they transform, they will. Sure, we'll just let Weirus be in slot 1. We'll let Weirus show off here and get a pretty big fat attack here. And you can see the support went in. And then we'll just let the friend unit do their thing. Actually, this way is going to be more key. So the friend unit is going to for sure annihilate Vegeta if he survives Weirus, because the friend unit now gets a guaranteed additional super. And honestly, this Goku and Vegeta, they're actually like super good untransformed. Like you could go the whole fight because they're stacking and doing all that craziness with the guaranteed additionals. But like the transformed Gogeta is ridiculous too. Like he's just always good. He's just always good. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, so 5.2 in this friend unit, I think is 69% also. I'd have to double check. But we'll just kind of focus on mine, which is 69%, and see how he's looking there. All right, so just annihilated that Vegeta out of here. All right, so here's mine. Oh, it's kind of unfortunate because this rotation is kind of set, but I'm not going to float mine off. We'll keep mine on, and then it'll just take a while to get that other rotation set. So we'll just do this. So we're at 167k defense, which like isn't the craziest, right? But remember, we're infinitely stacking there, right? So there's more defense coming. And once again, he's guarding this first turn. And once again, this isn't even like a rainbowed one. So we'll go ahead and get this fat 24 key super here right away. Okay. And remember, this is going to be a guaranteed additional super with this. So this physical Vegeta will not be long for this world. We'll put it that way. I mean, this is a pretty beefy rotation we've got here. The other thing that's crazy, so 4.7. So for 69%, 4.7 when you're infinitely stacking, like, fantastic. It's fine. Looking really good there. The thing with the leader skills on these new anniversary units is that there are actually a ton, like on other leaders, like there's a good amount of like full 200% units, but these teams with Kamehameha being the secondary part of the leader skill, there are just so many units getting 200% buffed. You can legitimately run like full teams where everybody is a 200%, and it makes your HP pool really really high. It's really going to help you for red zone, things like that, right? All right, so this rotation is just kind of a wash right here because I've got all my support units, but that's fine. Yeah, sure. Let's let Weirus grab a bunch of orbs again. Sure. Gotenks can do this. Sure, we'll grab that in the middle. We'll have a nice stack of physical there to guarantee a high super attack next turn. All right, so Weirus at 3.79. I mean, Weirus is no slouch. For a support unit, Weirus does a lot. One of the more valuable units in the game. There was just a selection. I believe it was on JP, on their Tanabata banner. Weirus is on there, and he's one that I highly recommend over there on JP. Weirus is very good. Just get him easy aid, and he's supporting and double orb changing. He's crazy. Double orb changing is so rare in this game that when you can find it, you need it. And Weirus was like the first ever one, and he's just basic, like no conditions, double orb change. There is a Tech Boo that does it from the World Tournament, but his stats don't really warrant being in difficult content, but he's good for, say, like a punching bag event. And then there's I'm actually excited for, there's a couple of future androids that haven't easy aid yet that have double orb changing with conditions, but they could be intriguing. All right, so we've got my Gogeta rotation set. So what we're going to do right away is we're just going to transform mine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the sound back on here really quick. So we'll just go ahead and throw a little bit of music on here so you guys can hear this. All right, let's go ahead and do the active skill transformation with mine.
You're the last person I expected to suggest fusing. This is going to be special.
Oh, so hype.
Fusion!
Yeah, that's, I mean, the animations are great, right? All right, let me go ahead and get the music turned back off here. Options. All right, so now, oh, I guess we can just do the big, sure, sorry, let me put sound back on. Yeah, we'll just do this right away since I've got the setup for it. Oh, so I misread that active skill. Hold on. I thought I had to be below 50. Was it or? Hold on. Let me double check this active skill. When HP is 50% less. Oh, or when facing. That's really good. So we can do this big Kamehameha if either our HP is under 50% or the enemy's is. So yeah. All right, let's just pop this off right away, just so you guys can all see it. And what's our defense? Yeah, 225k start of turn. All right, let's just pop it off so you guys can see it. Oh, are you kidding me? That is so good. That is like straight out of Fighters. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, the animations are so good. All right, let me get the sound turned back off and we'll leave it. All right. Yeah, that's... I mean, if you don't get excited when you see that, I don't know, man. Okay, let's just... Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, so now, back to what I'm doing here. I don't know. Do I want to go Gogeta with this guy? Let's leave... We'll leave Gotenks floating, I guess. Sure, let's get Gogeta here too. Why not? This one I won't turn the sound on for, but we'll just let them go. We're gonna get Gogeta and Vegeta over here. These guys are so powerful as well. I mean, there are so many insane team builds you can do with these new 7th anniversary LRs. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, pretty much the same lines as the Gogeta we just did. Okay. Sure, let's just go crazy here. And we do have Scouter. All right, we're going to get supered right away. That's fine. Actually, is this the type that he can counter? Nope, it's not. Okay. Yeah, he has a very specific counter mechanic. It's a tougher one to get off. I'm really excited for this, guys, though, because honestly, STR Vegito in this Tech Gogeta I haven't been using much. I'm excited to start using them again because they are still like a very good, ridiculous rotation. They're very good in red zone because they have healing transformations and scouter. It's like absolutely like essential for difficult red zone to have stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to bust them off in red zone. It's gonna be fun. I'll probably, it depends on time, but I'm gonna do like just a ton of random 200% showcases. They'll definitely be one. All right, so finally back to more of like a regular turn here. So 257k starter turn defense. Remember, we're getting a great defense raise on super. Not to mention we're getting damage reduction if I'm grabbing rainbow orbs. We're getting crit chance. We've got just, yeah, everything built in here. We have the chance to counter supers. Oh, the rainbow orbs did not line up though. And if I put the other unit in front, they're probably going to take them out. So I guess we're going to get no damage reduction. That's fine. We'll just do that. And we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead. Oh, and the super attack is coming on the end there. I think this, honestly, I think this Vegeta's going to be out of here. We're type disadvantaged, but remember, we've got super effective against all types. So this 8 mil is going to sting this Vegeta. So that's why he's so good. It just doesn't even matter what the typing is. He's just going to crush through. Yeah, oh, and he nullified the attack. Oh, God. So he just did like an 8 mil with a 5.8. And this is only 69%. Oh, man. I'm hoping by the end of the anniversary, I basically have done all the stones I'm going to do, like going into it. But basically, every time I get enough for a multi, I'm going to keep chucking on these banners. So hopefully I can get one more of these before and get him to 79% so I put more equips on him. That's what I'm really hoping for. All right. So this turn here, we've got a super attack in slot 1. So yeah, we'll definitely leave STR Vegito there. And we'll actually take the hit. Because now we got to get below 50% for that Vegito to transform. So we'll see if we can get down there. And then Weirus, sure, let's just... Oh, I should have left those rainbow orbs. All right, I got some rainbow orbs on the side. So we'll get a couple of rainbow orbs next turn. If Vegeta survives here. This might sting a little bit. Let's see what we take here. Yeah, 200k. That's actually good, though, because we want to be... I have to maybe try not to heal next turn so I can get Vegito transformed here. I mean, they're not really the focus, but... And I mean, the Vegito and Gogeta combo so well, too. Because then you can just combo one Scouter into the other one. And then just have, like, turns and turns and turns of Scouter. Which is really, really good. Okay, and then Weirus. Yeah, and Weirus is... Oh, Weirus is so good. I'm so excited. Like, part of the reason I'm excited, guys, is not just for the new units. But being able to use, like, these Vegitos, Gogetas, Weirus, the Gotenks. Like, just using these units that have always been good... They're just like, since the 200% meta, you just like haven't been using them because they're not on 200% teams. Now we have them at their max. All right, so we've got a super attack coming. So we're going to see if we can nullify that. So we're going to put my Gogeta in the front here. The front one, honestly, the one bad part about running these two on rotation together is that like the friend one won't be able to stack very much because they're getting obliterated by the Gogeta. So we're going to grab 2 rainbow orbs here. This won't be like a 20 key super, but we're going to get 14% damage reduction from that. Shoot, I've already healed up too much, so I've already ruined that. That's fine. Sure, let's grab that to just barely get to an 18 key. Sure, we'll just grab that. I mean, I don't really care. We won't worry too much about STR Vegito. Like, if it happens, it happens. But we're really focused on these Gogetas just dominating here. 7.6. Man, he just feels so good to play. The animation's so fire. Yep, nullified an attack. It wasn't the super attack. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from JP players. Is that every time they're doing a super in front of you, like, you never nullify the super. It's always the normal. All right, let's see what we take here. Oh, double digits. Yeah, no problem. I mean, that was type advantage with a bunch of defense, right? To be expected. At least we're getting a stack here with these guys. That's the thing, though. Running these together as a rotation, like if you want to open up room to have the other rotation, like that isn't the worst idea. Especially if it's really hard content where the bosses are tanky enough to take it. But I just see these guys like cutting through red zone like butter. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, we did get under. That's right. We only have to be under like 79% or something. So yeah, let's get Vegito. Let's let him do his thing. Give it to me now. Let's go. Oh, this is a fun team right here, actually. Like, this team build here, I know this is a showcase, but this is, like, legitimately, like, probably one of the better team builds you can just throw out there. I'm not going to lie. This is a great team build. This will probably be an actual team I feature in my team build video, or that I have featured, because I think this video is going to come out after. Alright, so we got Vegeta. We can see the super attack there. We definitely don't want to put Vegeta in front of it, so let's do this. And then we're going to let... Oh, look at all the rainbow orbs there. I'm going to let this Gogeta do this. We're going to... Yeah, we'll grab this, because there's still plenty of rainbow and plenty of physical orbs. Alright, we're going to be pretty much invincible on the next turn with Gogeta, because we're going to have a 24 key with a ton of damage reduction. I'm thinking we're going to have 21% damage reduction. Plus a bunch of crit chance, plus effective against all types. Plus chance to nullify and counter the super attack. Just like all kinds of stuff. The Gogeta does, I believe it is a dodge counter. So against dodge negate units, he can't actually do that. So that's the one bad part. That's why the androids are so powerful. Because they're just flat out negates. They're not dodge negates. Which is pretty good. And then, I don't know, Vegeta might just take him out actually. I kind of forgot how good this Vegeta was. I'm not going to lie, dude. This Vegeta's soloing. So never mind the orb setup for next turn. Vegeta just took him out. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, like, just for not using a unit for a while, you kind of forget. Okay, we do have a super attack here. This is going to be a great test for Gogeta. We're going to see how he does against the Final Flash. He cannot nullify and counter this because he has to dodge it, so he is going to take this. So let's grab this fat stack. We're going to have 21% damage reduction. So we're at 225k defense, but he does get a massive raise on super. Plus, when he additionals, he's going to get another defense raise. So he's probably going to get a double stack here. Yep, we'll do that. And see, with like Weirus floating around, like the orbs are just flowing like crazy. It's so easy to just grab everything. Weirus is so important. All right, so an 8 mil. He actually dodged it, followed by a 5.6. I'm actually okay with him dodging, so the showcase can go a little bit longer. But let's see how much he takes. I don't think we're going to take much from this Final Flash, which is still a very powerful attack, by the way. Like, do not underestimate this Final Flash. All right, let's see how much damage we take from the Final Flash. Yeah, 73k. That's like nothing for the Final Flash. That'll like one-shot most characters. So that was actually very impressive there that he tanked that. And then this Goku Vegeta, maybe next time they come up, if they get another turn, which they should, unless STR Vegeta goes absolutely crazy with crit counters. I'll check their defense and see how these guys have been stacking, because they're starting to get a few attacks in now. Now, if we finally get to an enemy that's tanky enough to actually like survive a turn. All right. And then Weirus. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, even on, like, so all these legendary events, like Super Battle Road, like, no item runs are going to kind of be a joke with these units, because they are just so good offensively and defensively. Everything they do. Very exciting. Okay. All right, so on this turn here, so we're seeing the super attack. So we are going to put Gogeta in front of that. Look at all the rainbow orbs. Holy buckets. Oh, that's right. Does Gotank's orb change too? No, he does not. We just ended up with a lot of orbs here. Okay. Oh, because I think one of these guys orb changes. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to get a big Dokkan attack here, so we're going to do a lot of damage here. We actually almost have too many rainbow orbs, but we do have a nice turn set up, provided Vegeta survives. We'll see. Sure, let's grab all these. I kind of want to see what Tech Gogeta can do here. Now I kind of want to get Tech Gogeta Rainbow, because I'm going to be using them a lot more. This rotation is just nutty, these two. Oh my gosh. Very good rotation. And he's super effective against all types. I mean, he's got type advantage anyways. I'm pretty sure the Final Flash he cannot nullify. He's doing so much damage, though. 3.5 on the additional. Yeah, I don't know that this Vegeta is going to survive the turn, to be honest. So as long as Vegeta doesn't crit at all, Vegeta might survive. Alright, what are we going to take here from Tech Gogeta? Okay, 151, not bad. I mean, we need it. Oh, the dodge, that's good. Now, just don't crit counter a bunch. If he crit counters, Vegeta's out of here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, let's get one more turn, because Gotenks for sure won't take him out. No crit? Okay. So, I think we're good. Gotenks definitely won't take him out. Gotenks should be fine defensively on normals here. I guess I didn't really think about that, but I think Gotenks You know, he's a newer banner unit. He's not just going to be one-shot out of here. I believe he actually was on Tech Gogeta's banner. Okay. Okay. Yep, we're good. Okay. All right, so we got a full heal there as well from the Dokkan attack. Okay. So now we're sitting pretty. Let's go ahead, put my boy Physical Gogeta in slot 1. This is going to be our final turn. Fat support, 257k defense with the massive raise. The friend unit's at 266 start a turn, so they're not looking too shabby. Grab all those orbs. Yep, and Vegeta is out of here. Even if he dodges, he's not going to survive this whole barrage. There's too much coming. Too much coming. Very impressed. 8.3, just easy, gigantic attack stats from these guys. There's a reason that they're basically, on global, 100% they're the best units in the game. No doubt about that. JP, they've got that ridiculous Vegeta Trunks card, but like, yeah, these guys are fantastic. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Physical Gogeta. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.